Coming to you from PA Leadership Charter School's Studio B in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's the February 10th edition of The Portal. Today's special guest is the supervisor of the PALCS Guidance Department, Mrs. Siobhan McGinty. And now, here's your host, Mr. Graham Osborne.
Hello and welcome to The Portal. I'm Mr. Osborne. We have some exciting things coming up in the next 2 weeks, or if you will, fortnight. The Southeast Region Art Club is meeting Tuesday, February 10th at 1 p.m. This is for students in grades 9 through 12 who have an interest in drawing, painting, and photography. And they're invited to join this once-a-month club at the Landings in Pittsburgh. This month's project, drawing animals using photo references. So if you know any animals that have good references, send them our way. The French Honor Society will be giving an informative and lively presentation on the origins of Mardi Gras. Students in grades K through 12 can learn about the unique French connection in New Orleans, Louisiana. Students are going to create decorative masks while listening to Cajun music and eating traditional treats. Sounds good. That event will take place on Monday, February 16th at 2:30. And lastly, the Coding Club is meeting on February 19th at 1 o'clock at the Landings in Pittsburgh. Students in grades 9 through 12 who are interested in learning computer code are welcome to attend. If you're not in the Southwest region, you can also attend virtually or write your own code to make it appear as if you've attended virtually. Don't do that. Actually, you should show up. It's going to be a great time.
Last week was National School Counseling Week, and so here to speak with us today from our guidance department is Mrs. Siobhan McGinty. Please welcome Mrs. McGinty. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I'm a huge fan of the show.
Oh, thank you. I'm not as huge of a fan, but I know how it goes. So what's your position here at PALCS?
I am the supervisor of our guidance department here.
Okay. So you know plenty about the guidance department then?
I do.
What initially made you decide to go into school counseling?
You know, I always loved school as a kid, and so for a long time, I considered becoming a teacher. And along the way, I guess I realized too that my personality and skill set was suited for counseling. So for a while I was in conflict between those two, and then I realized, well, they really don't have to be in conflict with one another. And so I went for my master's in counseling and then got the guidance certification. I thought that was a good way of marrying the two interests.
Yeah, both school and counseling,
yeah,
school counselor.
Both goals,
That's
and
great.
it's worked out pretty well so far. So.
That's great. What do you think is the main role for a school counselor?
You know, we wear a lot of hats, but I would say the main role would be that of a liaison, a collaborator. So we are often the first point of contact for students and for parents. And so we're able to bring together, the student, the parent, the teacher, to resolve whatever situation it might be. The goal is always promoting student success, of course. So we're sort of that piece that brings all parties involved together.
Is there any particular important characteristic that makes up a school counselor?
Just one? I'm gonna pick one. There are many. The first that comes to mind would be empathy. So that ability to understand someone else's feelings and let them know that you understand their feelings. That goes a long way in working with students. Being a good listener. So being a skilled listener, not just to what's said, but being mindful of what is not being said, maybe, and then asking those probing questions, because really getting students to talk in and of itself can be so therapeutic sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. Those sound like some really important and great characteristics. What about our program here at PALCS? What makes it unique?
Well, given that we're a cyber school, that number one, most cybers don't have a fully staffed guidance department the way we do. We have a counselor for every grade level. And even a counselor who specializes with our students in the School of Professional Studies program, and our University Scholars program. We also are a team, very much so. Literally, our offices are right down the hall from one another, so we can collaborate very easily with one another. If you think about it, most schools, there's one counselor in the building, elementary counselor, for example, and so for us, we work together very well. We can pop in and out of one another's office to collaborate and bounce things off one another.
That's great.
So yeah, works well.
Any particular exciting things going on in the department right now?
There's always exciting things. No day is ever the same. But something that happened recently, which we were all really excited about, was we had an unprecedented number of our students take the PSAT exam. And we've been a testing site since 2010, which helps our students have access to the test. And this year, this past October, we had well over 100 students come. So we were thrilled about that. We hope to even take it a step further next year. So
that's fantastic. Well, we had you do our typing challenge earlier, and that was not so bad for you. But I mean, it's a tough thing.
It took me a little bit by surprise, I will say.
So let's take a look at how that went.
Okay.
So what's going through your mind as you were taking the test?
I wanted to do well, and I didn't know where the keys were, and so I was panicking, and I was just like, focus, just focus. Yeah.
Was there any particular letter that gave you trouble?
Yeah, the D.
The D?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one to find on that keyboard.
Yeah.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's time. So we totaled up your score, which is a combination of all the correct letters and spaces minus the incorrect letters and spaces, and you got a 37.
Woohoo!
37. Not too bad, I would say. I think that's a pretty respectable score.
I'm glad.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
It was great having you.
Thank you.
And thank you for checking out the portal today, and we hope to see you again next time. Have a great day.